Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
2023. Here we are.
Have you tried to rate 23 yet as a date? It's hard.
I've actually not messed it up.
It's hard. It's
That'll happen next week.
Yeah, right, exactly. Well, for the whole month of January rating 2022.
They say it takes 3 weeks.
Really?
3 weeks or like 21 instances to commit to a new habit.
Is it the brain or is it the hand? Like what's responsible for?
I think it's a combination of both.
It's like the muscle memory, right?
Muscle memory. Yep. Yeah. If you, like, I read a study once. If you move a lamp in your room, it takes 21 times to go figure out
Where to
which
turn it
side of
on.
the room or which switch it is.
Yeah.
It just messes you up.
Happy New Year, Jonna.
Yeah, happy New Year, John. Look at you. All right.
Jonna's entered into the contest.
Already, she knows the rules.
She does know the rule.
So I may as well say it. You get into our contest for less store, more cuddle drinkware or a $25 gift card to a local restaurant by commenting. So she's at Stubby's. Look at that.
You know, Jonna is one of those lucky people that get the day off today because the holiday fell on a weekend.
Was that how it goes?
And today is the observed holiday. So I think there's a lot of people enjoying our podcast from home.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or Stubby's.
Or Stubby. Yeah, I like it. We need a live stream on like all the TVs there. I think.
Jonna, see what you can do for us.
Wouldn't that be something if when we go live on Lancaster Connects, every TV in a restaurant flips to Lancaster Connect? That would be a big goal.
2023 goals.
That would be a big one.
Yeah.
Well, maybe that's what we can do with comments today is throw in your goals for 2023.
That's a good one. Do you have any goals?
Your catcher. Well, numero uno is to get this knee fit.
That's true.
So for those that don't know, I had
That's
knee
true.
replacement surgery at the moment scheduled for January 24th. So there'll be a handful of these episodes here soon where I will be MIA because I'll be recovering at home. Pretty involved procedure. So we'll see what happens come the 24th. You'll get
Wishing you lots of luck with it.
You'll get updates from Ben here. The status of Jeff.
You'll need to send me pictures of the rehab, pictures of the
that's
leg up in bed.
That's not podcast friendly. We don't want to get a ban from Facebook for that.
That would be a year-long ban.
It would. So normally we might kick off a little bit about football, but I'm despondent would be the word.
Yeah, rough weekend.
It correlates to New Year's goals, what happened with Eagles football this weekend and the past weekend. Because a goal without a plan is just like a whip.
Wise
You gotta have a
words.
plan of execution.
Wise words.
And we had no plan the last 2 weekends for Eagles football at all. We had no game plans. The Christmas Eve game against the Cowboys, our defensive coordinator needed to be run out of the city. And now our offensive coordinator this past weekend on New Year's Day needs to be run out of Philly.
Rough.
And I'm upset. I'm not happy. So I really don't want to talk about it anymore.
Now, if they win this weekend, is all.
Yeah, we had to win 1 out of 3, but it just is so stupid that we are week 18 against the Giants to wrap this up. It's true. And it's just so dumb.
Pressure game when you.
It's just so dumb, and I'm not happy.
Didn't have to be this way.
Impressed at all. And I'm going to leave it at that because I feel my blood pressure rising back up already.
Look, it's all about getting hot at the right time. So,
Well, the right time was 2 weeks ago.
I know, but look,
You're not going to make me happy. I'm not happy about this.
blow out the Giants by like 35 points, and then you've got momentum into the playoffs.
Yeah, I guess. Anyway,
there were some good college games. Not everybody. I mean, there's some happy people and unhappy people, but
do you want the feed to cut out? No, it's true. Our producer, Chris, is a big Michigan fan, and Michigan did not.
Did not. There's the sad sound. Yeah. Hey, look, tight game.
Yep.
Competitive game.
Yep.
I mean, I don't know if that's a format going forward, or maybe it was just because New Year's Eve was on a Saturday, but like those games were really fantastic. Actually, the game where Ohio State lost, like the kick happened right at midnight. Did you see that? Like the countdown to New Year's Day, like 10-9-8, like they're lining up the field goal and kicking the field goal right at that moment.
Right.
Just crazy. So like in 1 year they were losing or they had a chance to win and then they lost like the very first second. 2023. What a great way to start the year.
Heck of a way to start the new year. Yeah. But anyway, this show is not about football, though it might seem like it is. But we like to talk about it in season because I'm a big football fan. And in part, we pay for the show. So we get our show. We get to talk what we want to talk about.
Hey, while you're gone, I'll continue the football conversation
We'll be in height of it at that point.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
Yeah. And hopefully
Hopefully. Although after I'm not. That's that. Anyway, this is Lancaster Connects, the show about small business and small charity success in Lancaster. It's about the battle on Main Street, David versus Goliath, big versus small. And, our whole goal here is to put some extra shine, extra light on great people doing great things in Lancaster County. And today we've got a great guest for that. So you can catch the show, and our great guests at Stubby's, apparently, which is cool. Thank you, Jonna. You can catch it on any internet connected device where you can search Lancaster Connects. You can catch it on the Gardeners channel, YouTube channels of the same name, Gardeners, Mattress and More, or Lancaster Connects, or you can go right to our website, lancasterconnect.com/episodes.
You can stream it right there on the website and watch past episodes.
Yep.
This is episode 77, I believe.
That's right.
Yeah. All past episodes are on the website.
Yep. Exactly.
We ready for our guest?
We're ready. Well, you found this one, so why don't you introduce it?
So we're going to welcome to the show Austin Hartman, representing Fish Window Cleaning. Austin, how are you?
Oh, hey. How's it going, guys?
Good to have you on. Austin,
thank you.
You are a Lancaster County native and also a Columbia native.
Yes, absolutely.
So just starting the show off, a little icebreaker question here. What do you love, growing up in the Columbia community? What do you love about Columbia?
Yeah, so first off, I do want to say I'm sorry for my hoarse voice. I was at the Pittsburgh and Ravens game last night. And as a Steelers fan, I had a great outcome at the end of the game. So I was screaming pretty loud, so that's why my voice is a little hoarse at the moment.
You willed them to victory.
Yes,
and
absolutely.
You are a happy football fan today. So
yes, I'm an extremely happy football fan.
At least you are.
Yeah.
I'm happy for you.
Yeah, Penn State plays tonight, so we'll see just how happy I am.
Okay. Yeah, so you were happy about the Ohio State wide left.
Oh yeah, big time. Great way to start the year. But yeah, so about Columbia, I've been here my entire life. The best thing about Columbia is it is a small town, one of the few small towns around. My favorite part is because it's so small, everybody that you see out in Columbia. A lot of great people. I love that when I go somewhere, not only do I know who they are, I know the background, I know, their whole family, I know what they do for a living. It brings happiness to me when I'm able to go somewhere and know them on a personal level. So Columbia definitely brings that to the table.
That's awesome. We've highlighted a number of different communities throughout the couple of years of doing the show, but I think this is the first time we've had somebody on talking specifically about Columbia.
Oh, nice.
So, follow-up question.
You're the official Columbia ambassador.
Perfect. That's what I think I am. So
you'll get your name tag in the mail.
Right.
Columbia inside and out. What's the best place to eat in Columbia?
Well, there are 3 different places I think is the best place. So the first one is Hinkle's down on 4th and Locust. They have this ice cream bar that is kind of designed to be like in the 50s, like
you're speaking my language
style type deal.
Yep.
And it really is nice. I went there and tried a nice ice cream sundae, massive sundae, but I couldn't finish it. But it was really good. One of the smaller shops up the street it's called Home Goodies. They have the best breakfast sandwiches you can have. I mean, and it's not just like normal sandwiches. it was a bacon, egg, and cheese with grape jelly on it, which people think, oh, that's weird. Oh, it is incredible. They're, like I said, the owner is, he was actually in my class in high school, and they're actually building a new part, on the side of their current building. So it's nice to see that they're doing successful and able to branch out and build on a little bit. And the last one is Bullies. I'm not sure if you're familiar with that, but they have the best food.
Oh, I've heard of Bullies.
Hands down, it is just incredible. I had a crab cake sandwich, and it was a delightful. It was perfect. So much crab and like maybe 10% filler. So it was truly amazing.
You know, the jelly on the breakfast sandwich, that reminds me of the peanut butter on the burger. You've had one of those, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Like 551 West, change your life.
Right. Like, doesn't seem like it would make sense, but apparently is phenomenal.
It is.
Yeah. Definitely pretty good.
Yeah, it's very good.
So, Austin, you're part of a family business, and
Yes.
Father, mother, brother,
Correct.
and your father, starting with fish window cleaning, has a pretty unique story of how he came to be
Yes.
part of the business. Go ahead and share that story.
Yeah, so I'll try to keep it pretty brief for the most part, but hit all the major points. So when I was growing up in high school, he was a logistics manager for like 10 plus years of this company, and he was doing very well for himself, very successful. This was the start of all of his, I guess, road down to opening up fish window cleaning. I was in like 2013, so I was a sophomore in high school. And he must have fell and hurt his shoulder one day. I think he fell off a ladder, to be honest with you. And he went to go and fix that shoulder of his. So that took about a month. He took a month off to recover and everything. Went back to work in May, I think of 2023. Yes, no, 2012. Then from May to September, he was short of breath for the longest time. He didn't think anything of it. But once it hit September, he's thinking, okay, this is getting too long for me to be just short of breath. I'm going to go check it out, see what's going on. So they do a stress test, and immediately they keep him there, and they say that you have a what they call widowmaker. What a widowmaker is, basically they said if he had a heart attack or a stroke at any time between May and September, he was dead. They said there was a 0% chance that he would have made it. So, thinking of all that, he's like, okay, what do we got to do to, help? Because one thing with him is if anything serious happens health-wise, he's the first one to say, let's get to it. Let's try to fix me, because he has so many things to live for. He wants to see still. He wants to see us grow up at the time. And so he got a triple bypass, which took him to October to December. So he's now off for another 2 or 3 months. Beginning of the next year, at the end of January, he was laid off. So no big deal. We're thinking, okay, another curveball that we can handle. He's very successful. We can find another job easy. A week later, they find a lump on his neck and it's cancer.
My goodness.
So we're thinking, yet again, this world is trying to take my dad out. And so we go right through the process of the chemo. I forget what type of cancer it was.
Yeah.
I was young at the time. I heard the word cancer. I was just scared. So I didn't know exactly the term of it. But that took about probably 10 months or something to recover. He is 100% cancer-free to this day too. So that's good. So he beat that. But now he has to find a job because he's been laid off for so long. And, he's got to just find some income, to help with us. And he's just taking anything he could possibly take. He was overqualified for a lot of jobs he was trying to get, but he just needed, stable income, come with it. And he ran into the issue where the employers would kind of question why he was off for so long. And he can either answer 2 ways. Either one, he can say, "Oh, I had cancer," and they see the triple bypass. They're thinking, with his age, all the health issues, it could be a liability. We're going to pass.
That's tough.
Or he doesn't say anything. And they're thinking, okay, you've been off for 9 months and you're not, you don't have a job. You just tried to be lazy now. You just want to get the retirement and be done. So, it was just a huge mental struggle for him at that time. So finally he's like, you know what? I'm done with the whole corporate, BS or anything. And he's like, I'm going to open up my own business, and not only a business, a family business. So took him a little bit to find where, what he truly wanted. He ran across fish window cleaning, and their morals and values matched his perfectly, solely because they were family oriented. The owner of fish window cleaning as a whole He started with his two sons. So it kind of worked out with me, with us, because he had two sons that helped out now. And I just found this out yesterday. It was a coincidence that he found fish window cleaning because his very first paying job at age 16 was to be a window. And so he just thought to himself, this is fate. All this stuff I've beaten and survived for this specific reason. So opened up in 2014 and we've been going strong ever since.
That's fantastic.
A pretty incredible start and perseverance and forging ahead.
I mean, year.
Oh yeah. I mean, I love telling that story just because, it helps me stay motivated too, but he was born deaf in his right ear, and he has really hard time hearing in the left ear, but he always had to go through adversity. So even with all this scary, triple bypass and cancer, he still stayed strong. I really never saw him cry or, show he was quote unquote defeated. He stayed strong the entire time. I'm sure he definitely went through struggles, behind closed doors, but the way he handled all of that is one of the main reasons why I love being in business with him, because I just strive to be like him. So
that's awesome. So what, family business, what's it like working with family?
Well, that's a great question. It is it's a struggle sometimes.
Sure.
Because you view them, you don't always view them as a coworker. You view them as your brother or your dad or your mom, and that can get frustrating. Me and my brother are 10 years apart, and we think completely different. So when there's a problem that needs to be fixed, him and I have two different answers on how we solve it, and we're just going at it. It's just because we're passionate, we want to get it done. But it can be a struggle to work with them, but I also wouldn't want to work for anyone else. So
now, do you have other employees as well?
Yeah, so we're actually very small at the moment. We're still trying to find other cleaners that get on our team. We have a 3-man management team that is working out well for us. His name is Josh, and he's basically another older brother to me. And then we just brought in this new cleaner. His name is Jamie, and he's doing very well right now. Even though we only have 4 cleaners, because me, my brother, and Josh still clean as well. You'd be surprised how many windows we can clean in a day. So we never worry too much about growing more because we can handle a lot, but having extra help does help as well.
Yeah, for sure. So what exactly, other than cleaning windows, tell about what all the services you offer and what you do.
Yeah. So aside from cleaning windows, we clean residential and commercial buildings. We also offer to clean mirrors, specifically for barbers and hair salons. We do chandelier cleaning, gutter cleaning. We do a little bit of power washing, very limited at that, but we still offer that service. High dusting, for high ceiling fans, we have this long pole that gets up there and dust that. And then we also have a construction cleanup type. So if you're doing work on your home or your business and there's paint and other stuff that's on the window that doesn't come off, well, we offer to take that off for you, which we label that as the trophy package. So
that's interesting. I would never have thought about a chandelier, but any place that has any sort of resting spot for dust needs to be cleaned. And
right.
How are you going to get those chandelier if it's way up there?
Yeah, we actually also try to experiment with interior car window cleaning, mainly because there's so many people, when I'm cleaning windows at a store, they always say, "Hey, can you go clean my car? $20, I'll give it to you." So I'm all right, maybe that's not a bad idea. Maybe we should look into that. So we might start offering that to residential homes. Say, "Hey, we'll clean your car as well," since we're
there. Yeah, because a big chunk of your expense as a business is getting there.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. Right.
Time to be there and get there.
So, Austin, what separates the service you and your family offers with Fish from other window washing or cleaning companies in general?
Yeah. So I want to say number one thing is the quality of work. I am a very small perfectionist when it comes to windows. Anytime I go out, I make it look 10 times better than what it was before I came out. And then when we train the cleaners, we do the same thing. We're very big on the quality of work. If we do make a mistake, we own up to it and we go out and fix the mistake. And also I say, since we are a family oriented business, I feel like it does separate us from everyone else because we treat our customers like family. I know that's in a way kind of cliche. Everyone says that, but it truly is. And we do treat them like they're one of our own. That's why we take so much care in the cleanings that we do. If you are a customer of ours, you are now part of what we call the fish family. And all of Lancaster, even if you're not a customer yet, you're still part of the fish family. You just don't know it yet.
Do you offer a monthly like subscription service where, somebody like say residents, they need windows and fan and chandelier done every month. You'll come out once a month or twice a month, whatever it is.
Right. So typically, for homes, most consistent is usually twice a year. Now we do, if there's a community that has, any homes like 6 or more that kind of come on board, we do have a community discount program that we offer out. As far as like on the commercial side, if you pay with cash, we give you a cash break if you go every 2 weeks. But most of the time they go either every 2 weeks or monthly. And the price just kind of, it fluctuates based on the frequency of your cleaning. So it's pretty much what we kind of offer. We don't have like a subscription plan. It's just based on like we have no contract. That's okay. So you're not locked in for like a year with us. You can kind of drop us and add us on anytime you'd like. That price stays the same until X period of time.
Very good. So you serve, obviously you're in Columbia, based out of Columbia. Yes. You love Columbia. You serve other communities. What are those?
Yeah. So, we do business throughout all of Lancaster. We go over to the York side as well, up in Berks County, and then parts of the Lebanon and Anvil-Cleona area. Since it's a franchise business, if there is another fish window cleaning franchise in that county, we can't, work there, just to help with,
you can't intrude on other people's turf.
Yes. Right.
You don't want to start no window cleaning turf wars.
Yeah, no turf wars. I mean, I don't want to sound cocky, but I am a very good window cleaner. I don't know if they want to have that problem, but yeah,
it'd be funny if it'd be funny. You could put one across the bow in the window. You could put like AHFW was here.
Right. Absolutely.
And no.
But yeah, I mean, aside from
the franchise.
Yeah, right. Aside from the business aspect of it, we are still trying to look into helping out more of Lancaster. I came on board 2 years ago, but we were struggling to get over the pandemic, so I was cleaning a lot more. Now that I have more time to kind of look into things, we want to get ourselves more involved outside of Columbia and, help out in different organizations that do work for all of Lancaster, not just like one specific area.
Yeah, one of the things we talked about pre-show was your involvement in a local community club called the Sun Snappers. Did I say that right?
Yes, Sun Snappers. Yep.
What are the Sun Snappers and what do you do?
Yeah, so Sun Snappers is just a community group that helps out, Columbia community. We host different events throughout the year to raise money for certain things like the CBAA, which is the youth football and athletic program. The local parks, if they need anything updated or anything like that, we raise money in these events to help with that. I think this past year, we helped raise money for a new scoreboard out in the local park for the young kids. So that was pretty interesting. I'm also a part of the Lions Club in Columbia as well. That's international there, but both clubs there's a lot of people that are in the same, or in both clubs. So they kind of merge together and do help out a lot. With 3 major ones that the Sun Snappers do or help out with is the Columbia or the Christmas food box program, where we give those in need, we give them a full-size turkey, corn. We give out eggs, carton of milk, butter, pretty much the works for, an entire Christmas dinner. We hand deliver those. And the best part is the community too. They get involved as well. They just say, hey, we want 4 boxes. And then they go and deliver it to people. So it's not just the group that helps, it's the community as well. And then we just did this past, Friday. It's called Hot Meals on Wheels, where those who can't cook a dinner, like physically able to cook a dinner, we actually cook the dinner and we deliver it to them that day. Wow. So it's a fresh hot meal for them for New Year's. We deliver mainly to like retirement homes or the local churches, apartments. Just people, like I said, who can't excessively cook a meal. And that's always a great treat to see their shining faces when we have a nice meal waiting for them. So that's typically some of the things we do.
Well, that's cool. That's very cool. Going back to the Sun Snappers. So, we started out the show talking about football. Football for me I love the sport. It's got so many connections in my life. One of those was coaching youth football. And I think a lot of folks, they see their local youth teams and they're flying the colors that their high school team does. Often it's the same mascot name, Bulldogs, Eagles, whatever. But what a lot of folks don't realize is those youth organizations, more often than not, have no support from your tax dollars might, like your kids might play on the field at the middle school or elementary school, but that's where it's like, if you need uniforms, new helmets, scoreboards, as you said, that's incumbent on the organization, which they lean on the community. So, is that what you did there where you guys stepped in?
Yep, absolutely. So growing up when I was a kid, I was fortunate that my father was involved in these clubs as well. So I did see the background of, there's a lot of, parents and kids who they don't know where that came from. They just kind of simply think it just showed up one day. But these organizations help out with that. Like I said, pretty much all the money that we raise, we do give back into the community. And then, I am one of the youngest guys in the group, by, I would say maybe 10 plus years, something like that. But I saw it was so important to bring in some more youth to help out with this, because these guys they're getting up in their ages, but they do so much for the community. If they were to disappear, I mean, I don't know how the community could stay on their feet any longer without these guys. So these groups are very important to the community, for sure.
That's great. That's a great point. I mean, you think of a lot of these community groups and they are run by older people and it does seem like the younger generation isn't as involved in those sorts of organizations. So you wonder in 10, 15, 20 years, what's going to happen to some of these organizations if there's not new people like yourself coming in. That's fantastic
absolutely.
to see that and then get yourself involved.
Yeah. Right. Well, we say it time and again about if you can donate to great causes, donate, but time is also very, very valuable. And, spearheading a committee. I know in the youth football organization I coached in, and I ended up being on their board for a couple of years. When I laid out the number this way, it was about $2,500 a game.
Okay.
For us to affect our season.
Wow.
Alternatively said about $30,000 for the season.
Yeah. Wow.
But by the time you pay the referees, the food costs for the snack bar. Now we offset that money by, the fee to play, the volunteer fees, the concession bar take in. But it was $30,000 a season until it was said and done.
It's those little things.
We ultimately lost money each season. We didn't really make money. Thankfully, we had a lot of years of good leadership, but not all organizations have that. Not all community sports groups have that, or really any kind of organization. So it is really incumbent that if you want these things to thrive in your community, and kudos to you for taking that leadership role in it. Yeah, people need to step up.
Right. Yeah. Like you said, I mean, those little things like throughout the season you have to pay for, like pay for the refs and different things like that. I mean, that adds up. So you definitely need like I would even say, time sometimes is more important than the actual donation because you need people to actually set that up. So yeah, you can donate $20, but if no one's there to put that money to a good cause, then it's really just nothing. So yeah.
Good point.
Very good.
So in December, we had Clipper Magazine Stadium and a representative from the Barnstormers on. And one of the things we were talking with her about was the Christmas tree decorating contest that they had, which you and your family and Fish Window Cleaning participated in. And that was a charity Christmas tree decorating contest,
right?
To benefit a charity that you're passionate about. So talk a little bit about your tree and your experience and the charity you're passionate about that your funds went to.
Yeah. So that was one of the first steps in me trying to look outside of Columbia to help out with inside of Lancaster. And in our networking group, we have a guy named Chris who is part of the Barnstormers team. And he helped me out find somebody. I just called him. I think it was the last day that you were able to sponsor somebody. Okay. And I said, hey, want to sponsor somebody. I don't have anybody in mind. Like, do you have anyone that you know of? And he sent me directly to this organization. It's called Joyful Doberman Rescue.
That's cool.
The guy's name is Derek. And I'm so glad that he gave me his contact because this guy is incredible. The more I learned about his nonprofit is they have 100% success rate when in terms of having or finding their dogs a home and a good home, because they also don't get any dogs that come back too, which you gotta say that's impressive because a lot of times you'll find a family for them, but then a couple weeks later they'll send it right back because it wasn't a good fit.
Yeah,
they always find the greatest families,
especially with a breed like a Doberman.
Right,
Dobermans are a breed, great breed. We have Pete Ruggieri, who was on our show. He was heads up to Santa Stumble. He's a big Doberman fan.
Yeah.
He spent some of his holiday, I forget if it was the Christmas weekend or the New Year's weekend, transporting a dog for another rescue that he's involved with. But they're a breed that needs a good, strong home.
Absolutely.
Leadership in the home, which really most all pets do. But that's tremendous that he has a 100% placement record.
Yeah, and
really
he even
great.
said that they only hold dogs for less than 4 weeks. So it's not even that they have dogs that have been there for months. I mean, it truly is amazing how it's that quick that they can get these dogs in the homes. But yeah, I'm glad I met the guy. It's going to be, I think, a really good partnership between us. We're going to do a lot more things probably together and definitely do this on an annual basis. And I want to say we were in third for, I think, a couple weeks. The last for the voting was this past Saturday. So I didn't check the numbers yet. We had a bunch of people saying they would do it at the short period of time that would have bumped us up into the top 3 again, because we did drop actually down to the top 5 last week. So hopefully when we get the numbers back that we're in the top 3.
And what does that mean? I forget the parameters of the contest.
First, second, and third get an additional money donation to them. Yep. First place is $1,000, second place is $750, and third place is $500. So on top of the donations they already earned with the voting, they get an additional one if they're within the top 3. So hopefully we get that.
Yeah, well, you'll have to let us know. We can announce it next week on our show.
Yeah, absolutely. I will absolutely do that.
So what does 2023 and beyond hold for you and your family?
Pretty much we're just trying to keep the business growing each and every year. This is the first year where every one of our team has been out to the convention that Fish hosts in St. Louis, and we learned a lot there. I definitely opened my eyes a lot. I'm like, wow, there's a lot of things that we need to be doing that we aren't. So this year coming up, we actually have a meeting here within the beginning of the year to kind of set the goals and the direction that we want to go to, and we just want to continue to grow more on the commercial side because that is our bread and butter. So that's probably our direction for the business. As far as personal with the family, we're kind of Fish 24/7. It's kind of hard to take the hats off. Everything I think of is Fish. So
Well, I thought you would have said retain your number one son crown.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that to me, I feel like that's never going to be taken from me. I mean,
You need
it's
to put it
kind of
on.
easy.
You need to put it on the wall next to your picture, like get a vinyl sticker and number one. And
Well, I mean,
put it
the
on there.
pictures kind of speak for themselves. I mean, there's a lot of me and kind of slim of my brother and sister. So I didn't put them up there. They did. So
I noticed that you did invite your brother on the podcast. It's just you.
yeah. Well, I can't give him too much credit. I still gotta one up him every now and then.
Right.
And you're on TikTok of all things.
Yeah,
like that.
right. Yeah. Oh yeah. It's a lot of people love the satisfaction of when we squeegee the soap off. I mean, they just love to see it, and I do too. So it just kind of works out for us.
Now, Austin, do you or anyone in your family have any of the artistic ability? I've seen videos before where, somebody does a soap and then they do a drawing on there. Like, do you have that ability at all?
Right.
To do anything?
So I very small. I mean, I do practice it sometimes. That is pretty hard.
I can imagine.
I will give that to some of those cleaners. I mean, making those logos like that, it's pretty difficult. So it's definitely going to be the new goal then, I guess, for 2023 is to make a big logo or something like that.
Very cool.
Like it. All right, well, man, this has been a lot of fun. We got another little chunk of fun here before we depart. We call our connection cocktail.
Cue the music.
Cue the music. You didn't, we need to ask, well, it's too late. Well, Columbia guy, I think I know the answer to that one. So maybe that's why you steer away. Anyway, Austin, what's your favorite thing to do in Lancaster?
Well, and when I saw these questions, I really look back. I'm like, man, I'm a very vanilla guy. I don't really do much outside of work, go home, go to the gym, and then come back home and sleep. So as far as right. So I mean, I guess I would say going out in Columbia is definitely something that I enjoy. I would say I do have a lot of friends that we go and see each other. A lot of my friends now are the next chapter of their life with a kid. Mm-hmm. So I'm a little different than that. I mean, I don't have a kid, but it is nice to still see them and be a part of their kids' lives. So we go out to certain restaurants and bars and kind of just hang out together.
You can
and you bring the kids to the bars too.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean,
the 3-year-old right there on the stool.
Yep. They'll drink water.
Uncle Austin hooks the kids up.
Oh, absolutely. Definitely a fun uncle.
All right. So annual event that you like to go to.
Yeah. So I actually just started it this year. The music in the park in Lawrence Park that they have in the summer. Yeah. That was very interesting. I mean, the music was great. The food was really great too. A lot of the food trucks that came in.
Yep.
And there was so many people that came, and that was pretty interesting. So I hope to continue to do that every year.
Yeah. So you're talking about the Sunday night concerts that they do during the summer?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. My family and I, we go to a handful of those a year, and it's a great thing to do.
Oh, yeah.
Free entertainment.
Yeah, right. So you can pay for anything. So yeah,
it's
great.
I'm going to call an audible on this last question because my co-host missed a major test here of the Columbia fan and native and family. So we're gonna call an audible. So what's your favorite? Turkey Hill, Sheets, or Wawa or Rudders?
Oh,
I mean, I have to go hands down Sheets.
Oh,
you would think Turkey Hill, but it is definitely Sheets for me.
Now, what about Turkey Hill? Docks them points. Like what?
So, I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean, I love Turkey Hill.
We're not going to send this to Turkey Hill or anything.
They're going to pull your Columbia card.
Yeah,
they're going to put you out of town.
God, here we go. I just messed up. No, I mean, I just like the food there. When I went to college in Lock Haven, Sheet was the only thing around. I mean, yeah. If you don't know what Lock Haven is, it's like in the middle of nowhere. Yeah. So you have a Sheets, a Walmart, and the school. So you really don't have a choice but to love Sheets. But yeah, Turkey Hill is a close second. Wawa, I can't get on board with Wawa. I can't.
Yeah. That age, like college or right after high school or whatever, that's really where you hone your mini market or convenience store skills. Like
that's where you
just have a car maybe and you're driving around, you're on your own, you're
showing the loyalty there. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. There it is. You heard it from this guy. Send your kids to college. They'll hone their greasy spoon, convenience store, culinary skills.
Yep.
It's the only reason why you want to go to college. That's it.
There you go. There you go. All right. Well, I would have thought for sure you said Turkey Hill. I don't know. That ambassador for Columbia badge just, I think, got taken away.
Right. The moment
Easy
I said,
come,
I'm like,
easy
oh,
go.
wait a minute. Yeah.
That's funny.
But hey, that's all right. Turkey Hill ice cream, Turkey Hill iced tea, still probably.
Oh, absolutely. Top notch.
Yeah, it can't be that. They just don't have a schmuffin.
They do not have schmuffers.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, man, awesome. This was fun having you on the show. Appreciate you being here.
Yeah, thank you for having me. This was my first podcast, so it was pretty fun.
Yep, you did well.
Yep.
And, appreciate it.
All of Austin's information for fish window cleaning is in the show notes where you're watching this. If you happen to catch it on a podcast player, it's in the show notes there. And fishwindowcleaning.com is where you would go to catch everything that they're doing, and their own site, I believe, is fishwindowcleaning.com/Lancaster-PA-31113.
Correct.
And
Somebody can find you just by typing in their zip code in the fish window cleaning website, right? Find a location.
Or if you just type in window cleaners near me, fish window cleaning is at the top.
Okay.
So you'll be able to find that then too.
got that Google game on point.
Oh yeah. Yep. Got to do that.
That's right. That's right. All right, Austin, this has been fun. Thank you so much. We appreciate
thank you guys.
Yeah, man.
Yep. All right. Hey, so this is the second to last call for comments in the prize later right now. It's a heads up race between Jonna and Steve. So the rest of you folks, time to wake up out of the New Year's slumber and get on the Lancaster Connects comment train, because that's how we give away prizes here. Yep, that's right. That's right. So, if you want to be a guest on the show, because we do have fun on the show, and we try. This is a business guest, but we showed how they're giving back to the community. We always love having great charities on the show, people doing good in their community, local heroes like Pete Ruggieri, as I would say.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're a local hero, you know the local hero, you know of a great charity doing great work in Lancaster County, we'd love to have them on the show. So go to lancasterconnects.com/guest, and that'll be where we get started to get you on the show. Like we just had Austin on from Fish Window Cleaning.
Yep. Just tell us who you are and who you represent and what you'd like to discuss on the show.
Yep. And so my sleep better tip would be, since it's New Year, and since we already talked about the change of habits and how you have to reconfigure yourself for habits, is I would say pick one thing that you know about sleep. So that could be things we've shared on the show here, like no caffeine after 2:00. That would be one thing. Commit to that for 3 weeks. See how you feel.
The 3 week, at least
3 week thing. Yeah. Turn it back around. See, this is how you properly produce a show, Benjamin. It isn't just fairy dust. There's hooks.
I didn't know that.
There's open loops. You close the loop.
Here I was all the time. He
just thinks this whole thing's fairy dust. Yeah, it's a whole thing, man. Whole thing.
I'll be more focused in next time.
Yes, that's your thing. You need to focus on that.
In 3 weeks, I'll be.
3 weeks. Well, you'll have to. You'll be on your own.
It's true.
Anyway, see, another closed loop thing, right? But no, seriously, focus on some sort of sleep hygiene. So sleep hygiene is not like dust your bed. Sleep hygiene is how you prepare yourself for bed. So no caffeine after 2:00. Stop eating by 8:00, 7:00 ideally. Yeah.
No screens.
No screens. Blue light. Reduce that a few hours before bed. Go to bed and wake up at the same time. So that's just a handful of tips. Commit to those. We can send you our Sleep Better book, which has a whole bunch more. We talk about routines. We talk about sleep hygiene in the book. We'll mail you a copy for free. GardenersMattressandMore.com/sleep-better. And we wrote that book. We really do want to help you wake up happy. That is what we do. And Steve, no, fairy dust doesn't make you sleep better. It just like zonks you out, but doesn't like improve your sleep. I would say no, it doesn't. But anyway, and happy New Year to you, Steve.
Yep.
Thanks for tuning in.
Yep. All right. We've had a number of testimonials come in on the Google machine this past week.
Sorry, we turned it on.
Yes, we turned it on. Ryan from Lancaster writes, great place to purchase a mattress. Knowledge was outstanding, plus American sourced and made products. Very important to us and very important to a lot of our customers. They have some hard to find items, and they made purchase a breeze. Definitely recommend. Just about all of the products we sell here are made in this country by regional producers, family owned and operated companies, just like we are. And that when we go to the markets and have the opportunity to choose what products we put on our floor, that's something that is very important and we look for.
Yeah, I mean, listen, it's we can't be the 5-star company we like to think of ourselves. And I believe you or a customer, watcher, viewer, listener would look at our reviews and agree with that statement about being a 5-star company. But you can't be that 5-star company with 3-star partners. So there's a handful of tests, a handful of things that we check the box on when we choose new partners. One of those is who makes it, where is it made, what's it made of. We take all those things into consideration and really do consider it for what we bring forward. It's, we work harder. We could financially benefit ourselves if we just chose to work with one vendor, but we don't do that. And was it Steve? Ryan's comments. We do have things that you're not going to find everywhere else here.
And being the bed right behind us here, that's a bed that we actually designed and had made for us in 6 different varieties. And
that's right.
You go to a big brand and
that's right.
Hey, can you build this mattress for us? They're going to laugh at us.
Right. So we just work harder, kind of like Avis. We work harder.
We're stealing it.
That's right. And that's shot. So we've got a couple things going on around the store. We have the November and December, we kind of did a buy one, give one promotion where we gave one to charity when you bought a mattress. We have all those mattresses here. Happy to report. We more than met the quota. So we're going to be giving them all to 45 or so to off the streets. Yep. So we work with them to get them into the homes when they do the move-ins. Off the streets is great. They do great work to get people into housing and then to stay in that housing. Yeah. So it's not just about getting them in temporarily. It's about getting them in and set up for long-term success where they can stay off the streets. So we've got that. And then, because it's the new year, it doesn't mean sales. It doesn't mean deals. It doesn't mean investing in sleep becomes more expensive or anything like that. We have double deals year round. Those are deals you get to pick, discounts to maximize your savings. That continues. Vendors will have things from time to time, but whether you spend $500 or $5,000, it doesn't matter. Anywhere between. We want to make sure you get the right fit. So let's get that first, and then our double deals, we will find the right fit as far as budget goes to maximize those savings for you, and that's year round. And those are discounts tailor-made for you, for your situation and your needs.
Chris, right on the double deals right there.
It's all right. It's like we've done this before.
Chris, the cast ahead, fantastic.
Not just fairy dust.
Podcast producer. Yeah.
That's right.
He is using a finger on a button, no fairy dust in the background, right?
That's right. Yeah. That's right. All right. I think it's time for the prize.
Let's spin that, baby. I mean, this is like a coin flip. We could have.
Yeah, we could just put the full in. But it's more fun to spin the prize.
This is true.
High drama for Jonna and Steve. And again, you get in by commenting. Jonna wins again.
I wonder.
We should almost have a tally.
Right. We probably could go back.
So anyway, Jonna, congratulations. Happy New Year to you. Happy New Year to all of our watchers and listeners. I hope this year is great for you.
I wonder if Stubby is like
to it.
Giving her a round of applause or like standing ovation.
You should pipe that in. You should pipe that in. Anyway, thanks for watching this episode. We'll see you next week on Lancaster Connects. Take care.